Welcome back everyone to Mona's Take. I am your host monadrose and we're here to talk about everything reality TV. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything I have coming up. This video will have spoiler alerts in it, so if you do not want any spoilers, pause it, come back and watch it after Wednesday night's show, and it will be fine. But don't forget to come back and watch. People are acting on a whole nother level on that. Can't wait to see that karma train coming through. Choo-choo. Mood of the day. Really? You gotta give us more credit than that. Some people, buckle up, buttercup. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Alright, let's get into it. I'm probably gonna do videos every couple of days. Next week, I am leaving on Friday, and I will be gone till Monday. So I will have no videos. What is today? Will probably, unless something drastic happens tomorrow, today will be my last video until I return. I am going on vacation, and where I'm going, I have no internet signal. No cell phone signal. It will be bliss. So I'll get with you guys when I get back. So we had the veto players. They were Cameron, Jag, Blue, Mimi, Jared, and Red. Red won the veto. Likely nominations to stay the same. And Jag would go home. I know it's been a couple of days, so a lot of this you guys may probably know, so I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. So Cameron's our HOH, Jag and Blue are on the block. They will remain on the block. Blue, Jag, and America talk. Blue is crying. She says she's not going to campaign against Jag, that she refuses to say anything bad about him. America's crying, trying to figure out how they can get, talking about how they can get Red to use the veto and put up one of their sides so they can vote them out and keep both Jag and Blue. She says that they just want to have fun this week, make their last week in the house together fun. America said that he's trying to buy time, but let's see, how did she put it? America said he's trying to buy time, but he's out of time. He needs numbers on his side. Blue's asked America if she could leave the room so her and Jack could talk. She's like, Jag and Blue were talking, and then America interrupted and started putting in hers. And what's weird to me is they're not even all that close. But all of a sudden, America is totally upset because Jag's going home. About that time, they call Blue to the diary room, of course. Now, Jag and America are talking in the bathroom. They're both crying. Jag's saying, look, it's okay. I will go home. I will see my family. I will go on with my life. It's not the end of the world. And he's trying to reassure her, and she's bawling. She doesn't want him to leave. The next to talk are Cam and Jag. And again, Cameron brings up, he said this to Red earlier, but he brings it up to Cameron again, that this could be a tie week. It could be a 5-5 vote. And sometimes Cameron talks without finishing the sentence. So he just brings that up. And then that's the end of it. And him and Jag go on to talk about no hard feelings, yada, yada, yada. Cameron tells him to do his thing, campaign, do whatever you got to do. Go out there and win the veto. You know, take yourself down, whatever. Cameron and America talk. This relationship is giving me creep again. Kind of the way it did with Riley. He hasn't said that he looks at America like his daughter. But it's given me that same kind of creepy vibe that it did with Riley. But Cameron and America are talking, and he's asking her, why are his people upset about him winning HOH? He said, it's telling that people I'm supposed to be working with are nervous I'm HOH this week. And the more I see of America, but it's the same thing. It's like I don't know. I just get an icky vibe from Cameron. I mean, the last one that he can even do that with is Mimi, so I can see him making his rounds. We'll see. But what I was saying is the more I see of America, the less I'm liking of her. She's blatantly, and I mean blatantly, flirting when she needs to flirt. And it's, like I said, very blatant. I've seen her do it with Jag. I've seen her do it with Cam. I've seen her do it with Corey. I've seen her do it with Matt. It's whoever she's talking to at the time. And Corey says it's just her personality. No, it's not just her personality. I mean, she turns it on and all. But Corey and Izzy are talking, and Corey's pissed. And he says he doesn't know if he should be pissed off at America or if he should be pissed off at Jag. America told Jag about her knowing about the 7-person alliance that they're in. She let it slip to Jag that she knew about it. So Corey's pissed off because it's going to get back out that he's the one that told her. It sounds like he told her about the alliance and she slipped up and said something to Jag. Bowie is getting more annoyed at Izzy because Izzy won't go to bed. And if there's not at least 2 people in the have-not room, they won't turn the lights out. So Bowie wants to go to sleep and she can't. She's in with Sari and she's venting about it. Oh my God. And then the jaw dropper. The jaw dropper. What did I tell y'all? What did I say? That Jared would spill the secret before Izzy ever did. And he did. Yeah. Yeah, he told Blue. Although she's confused and thinks it's Felicia, that it's Felicia is his mom. Yeah. And he kind of laid it off as, maybe I did tell you, maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm lying to you, maybe I'm not. I am like, you freaking moron. He puts it off as, I was testing you. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. And Blue said something that didn't make a lot of sense to me. So if any of you saw something that I missed, she said, okay, so what does season 23 have to do with it? And he tries to get under the covers and whisper something to her. And production says, stop that. And so he gets out from underneath the covers, but he's holding the covers beside his face while he's mouthing whatever it is he's mouthing to her. So whatever it is, he doesn't want that, for some reason, to be shown on TV. So I don't know what that whole thing was about. He tells her, if I were to ever really tell you a secret, or my secret, he says, if I were to ever really tell you my secret, and you told anyone, I would never speak to you again. And then, evidently, Mimi had her dinner, and she took America. I don't remember who she took. America and 2 more people. I think maybe Sari and Felicia. I'm not sure. There's 4 of them anyway. And they got wine. And so America was drinking the whole time they were having dinner. And she got pretty shit-faced. And so when they come back in the house, she starts hugging up on Corey. Corey and America are talking, and I guess at some point Cam comes and sits down right beside them. Awkwardly. And then leaves. And then they go to the have-not room. And Corey is steadily telling America no. And she's climbing into bed with him, climbing on top of him. And he's steadily telling her, no, this is not happening. What you want to happen is not going to happen, I'm telling you now. And he's like, I made a pact when I came in here. This is what I was not going to do, and this is what I was going to do. And my mother is watching this show, and I will not have a showman. It's not going to happen. I'll cuddle with you, but that's all that's going to happen. Well, the whole house is making a big joke of it. They go to get the condoms to take up to the have-not room, and they can't find the condoms. All of a sudden, the condoms are missing. Well, we know where those went. Anyway, they finally locate some. And I think it is Izzy that runs up there and puts them in the have-not room and runs out. So the whole house is having a fun time with this. You know, the whole Corey and America thing and trying to bring them together and whatnot. And Corey's like, it's not happening. It's just not happening. And you can see him getting jealous. He gets jealous of Cameron and he gets jealous of Jag. But he doesn't, says that he's not going to do anything like that on TV because his mother's watching. If he can stick to it, props. Alright, so Siri finally tells Jared that he's going to have to vote out Blue. He loses his shit. Not going to happen. I can't do that. It's my person. I can't trust Jag. Why can't we vote out Jag? He says, she says, I wasn't supposed to tell you until last minute. And he's like, why not? If I'm supposed to be part of this alliance, why are y'all hiding stuff from me? That doesn't make me trust the rest of the alliance. Why would y'all keep me in the dark? And he storms off and he's like, okay, whatever. And he storms out. He then goes and talks to Corey. And he says, you can't trust Izzy, dude. And then he says, we need to take 2 people away from Suri and Felicia's side. And then the camera's cut off of them. CBS is really starting to piss me off, or Paramount Plus, or whoever the hell it is that's doing the live feeds. Because every time there's a good conversation, a good argument, anything like that going on, the feed's cut and they don't go back to them. So if they don't show this shit on the regular show, I am going to be livid. So all of this should happen on tomorrow. What is today? By the time you see this, it'll be Tuesday. So Wednesday night show. They've got a lot that they could be showing. So if they put in all these fillers with all the romance crap, I'm going to be pissed. Alright, so Suri and Jared talk again. And they're in an impasse. He doesn't want to vote out Blue. She doesn't want to vote out Jag. She tells him, if we don't do this, if we don't vote out Blue, we are screwed next week if the other side wins. And Jared said, we're screwed if the other side wins anyway next week. So having Jared, or having Jag, doesn't change that. If the other side wins, we're still screwed. So they go on and back and forth, and they're saying the same things over and over and over and over, and they're just going back and forth at each other. And they're not getting anywhere. He's not voting out Blue. She's not voting out Jag. They're at a stalemate. So Suri says, well, we're screwed next week. I don't know what we're going to do. And Jared said, well, I'm not voting out Blue. I'm not voting out Jag. So they go their separate ways. after going on and on and on. The next scene is Cam and America sitting outside. And Cam tells America, don't look at him when you're talking to me. I think he's talking about Corey. And America said, I'm looking straight ahead. And Cam said, what time did you go to bed last night? And America said, I don't know, like 3:30 a.m. Cam said, damn, you've got to stop doing that. Excuse me, when did you become her father? Cam is jealous of that. There was one point that I believe that they were on the hammock, America and Corey today, and Cam came and got right in the middle of them and said, I heard y'all did some stuff last night, and I know that's not true, right? And if they did, what freaking business is it of yours, pervert? I probably shouldn't say that, but that's the vibe I'm getting anyway, is that Cam is jealous that she's into Corey and not him. But like I said, she flirts constantly with everybody. The only one I haven't seen her flirt with is Red. Siri, the next conversation is between Siri and Izzy. And Cerise's filling Izzy in on the conversation between her and Jared, and so we just kept going in circles and just didn't get anywhere, and he won't do it. And Izzy said, well, you know, there's other ways that we can get the votes too. So it's a little bit more riskier, but we can get it done. And Cerise said, well, I hate to go against, you know, I hate that we're not voting together, that we'll be going against each other, but it's what's going to have to happen. Cam and Jared talk a little later. Cam's going to find out from Jared what's going on, because him and Red have got a vibe that something is amiss in the house. And so Cam is supposed to talk to Jared, and Red is supposed to talk to Serene. So Cam's talking to him, so what's the plan next week? What are you thinking? Where are we at? Yada, yada, yada type thing. And they're talking, and Izzy walks by to go to the have-not room. And Cam said, she just saw us talking, and her asshole tightened up. And Jared started laughing. He's like, dude, you're killing him. He's like, I'm serious. He's like, in about 7 seconds, she's going to explode. And then a few seconds later, it shows her walk back by as she's going down the stairs. And Cam said, see? Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Sari is very aggravated at Bowie. You know, there was this whole speculation that she was working with Red and Cam, to the fact where everybody in the group kept pushing her aside and pushing her out, to where now she is working with Cam and Red. But it wasn't a thing when everybody was saying it was a thing. She was kind of forced into it because nobody would let her know what was going on. And nobody would work with her. So she started working with them. But Sari is very pissed at Bowie today. And it's Sari, Izzy, and Felicia. They're sitting on the couches outside tonight. And you hear Sari say, oh my God, here she comes. She better not come over here. She better not come over here. And then it shows Bowie walking up and sitting down. And the body language between Sari and Izzy is just screaming, bitch, get out of here. They're not even trying to hide it. Miss Felicia's trying to be a little bit more politically correct, but Sari's not having it. And one thing I've learned about Sari, watching her closely on this, is she don't hold back like she tells you exactly what she's thinking. Whether you like it or not, that's your problem, not hers. But Bowie and her have words. And Cerie said, so, Bowie said she was going to bed when Izzy does. You know, that's been a whole thing, is can't go to bed until there's at least 2 people up there because the lights won't go out up there. And Bowie says to Cerie, why aren't you in bed yet? And Cerie snapped back at her and said, because I'm 53 and I didn't feel like going to bed. Never in my life have I had to answer to anybody on why I'm not in bed. Why is it anybody's business? And Izzy said, are you going to hold it against me if I make you stay up longer? Talking to Bowie. I mean, they were both just real shitty with her. And of course, the goddamn feed's cut. The feed's cut. Didn't go back to that conversation. I'm telling you, they have so much that they can use. If they do a bunch of fillers, it's going to be ridiculous. Madison missed the whole conversation. We don't know what was said. We know that it was getting heated. And then the feed's cut. Went to somebody else. Went to Jared and... oh yeah, all 4 cameras went to Jared and Cameron. Yeah. Like we needed all 4 cameras on them. It's not even like they're cutting and going to something that's interesting. Anytime there's a conflict, it's cutting. The whole How to Household competition that was shown on the live feeds. You can't even go back and watch them where Miss Felicia was talking crap about everybody. And when Cerie and them all came back in and they were talking crap about everybody during the competition. You can watch it, but you can't see it. You can't hear it. They cut the sound off. What the hell? This is supposed to be about the drama, right? That's what they want. They want the drama. But they don't want us to see the drama? What the hell? So, after everything's said and done, it pans back over to them, and Jag's over there with them now. And him and Cerie are laughing and cutting up. And then he leaves. And then Cerie gets up and says, I'm not going to say it again, because if it doesn't happen, then I'm lying. And Bowie said, well, hey, it's my job as security to find out where you're at all times, right? And then the feed's cut again. Yeah. So Cerie and Izzy go back in their room and they're just going on and on and on about Bowie and how they can't stand her and how Cerie is like, I'm just over it. I'm tired of even playing. I'm not playing with her. And then Red comes in to go to bed, and Izzy leaves, and then Red and Cerie talk. And they talk about Izzy, and Red's heated. And he's like, I've seen her go around all day long having these secret conversations. I'm hearing that my name's coming up. We're supposed to be on the same alliance. What the hell? You know, it's frustrating. I've tried everything I can to make things right with her, and I don't know what it is that she just doesn't want anything to do with me, and she's painting a target on my back, and yada, yada, yada. And Cerie says, F it. I'm just going to ask you. I'm just going to come right out and ask you. She said, people are saying that you and Cameron are trying to get an alliance with Bowie, America, and Corey. Is that true? And Red says, no. Here's what was said. It's probably Bowie, but here's what was said. It was said for the future. These are numbers that we can count on. These are numbers that we can trust. And you're in it, pointing to Suri. This is all jury. And America was not included because I can't stand her. And Suri said, well, I was told America was part of it and I wasn't. And he said, that's not true. No, that's not true. I would never. He said, I can't stand America. I don't want any part of America. I don't want her in anything I'm in. And he talks to Suri for a while, and I think she starts believing him. And so Suri says, I'm going to go get Izzy. We're going to squash this right now, if that's okay with you. And he's like, yeah, if she wants to come in here and talk. He said, I don't know if she'll come in here and talk or not. And so Suri said, I'm going to go get her. She said, people are probably going to see me, but I don't care. I'm tired of this. We're gonna nip this shit in the bud right now. So she goes out and she gets Izzy, and she brings Izzy back in there, and Red tears into her. And he's like, I tried to tell you, you were never a target. I don't know why you're so nervous. I don't know why you're talking to people and asking people if I'm going to put you up next week if I win. He's like, you're just painting a target on my back. And he's like, I never did anything like that to you. I told you we're in the same alliance. We're supposed to be working together. I see you in all these little talks all over, and my name keeps coming up. And people are coming to me, and that doesn't look good on our alliance. And I mean, he just lays it out on the line for her. And Suri says, I believe him. She said, we need to stay together. We need to find out who's trying to cause a divide. And we need to stay together. Because if we can stay together, we've got it made. But we can't let these people tear us apart. And she leaves out to go do something, and Izzy starts talking to Red, and she's not believable to me at all. It's like, Red, I never meant to paint a target on your back, and I don't have anything against you, but you know, I was hearing stuff too. And I mean, just the way she was talking, I was like, oh my God. If I was Red, there's no way in hell I would have believed anything that was coming out of her mouth. And Suri said they need to make a deal that when somebody starts coming and telling them stuff, that they need to bring it to the group so they can find out who's trying to cause the uproar and who's trying to create the chaos, and that they can put a stop to the stir in the pot. They all agree to it. We'll see if it lasts. I don't know. So right now, I think the majority of the House wants to vote out Jag. But I think that Felicia, Izzy, Suri, and Mimi, I think, are wanting to vote out Jared. Or vote out Blue and keep Jared. I think the other part of the House wants to get rid of Jag. So I don't know which is going to happen. We will find out. Like I said, Thursday night, I'm probably not going to have a video after the live eviction. I will try to post in my, I don't know if I should post in my comments, because then those of you who don't want spoilers would have them. Leave me a comment in this video and let me know if you want me to post on the community page who wins HOH. And we will do a majority rules. So, let me know if you want to know who won HOH, if I stay up late enough or when I get up Friday morning, I'll look and see, and I can put it in the community page. So that's about all I have for you guys. I am going to enjoy my vacation. I will see you back here next week, and we will pick up where we left off. As always, guys, much love.